Greater Brisbane is about to go into lockdown for 3 days, a minimum of 3 days, while contact tracers work to ensure that this new UK strain of the virus isn't circulating in the community. What will this mean for businesses over the weekend, first of all?
Well, look, today's announcement of the Greater Brisbane region going into lockdown will, of course, impact many businesses. I think about 200,000 businesses operating in Greater Brisbane area. So it is going to have an impact. And, of course, we're in the holiday period at this stage, so a lot of cancellations are happening as we speak ahead of the 6 p.m. lockdown tonight.
Have you managed to speak directly to any businesses? What's the reaction at this stage?
Look, overall, the businesses have been quite compliant. I think we understand that this short-term, hopefully, circuit breaker will really allow us to avoid a longer-term lockdown. And that really is something we don't want to see. That would absolutely decimate many businesses across Queensland. The other part is that given that we are just in the local government area lockdown, it does allow, Queensland's a big state, it does allow many of the other regions in Queensland to keep operating and communities to be out doing things. So we hope at the end of this 3-day lockdown, it will be the circuit breaker needed to really avoid a longer term restrictions.
Tourism in particular is such a key part of the broader Queensland economy. How much of an impact, how much of a hit did it take over the past, essentially 12 months?
Yeah, look, it's been an absolutely unprecedented 12 months for tourism and tourism operators across the state. We know that we've seen many, border lockdowns, hotspot lockdowns, statewide lockdowns. That is absolutely hitting into the business heart of Queensland, which is tourism. We really did see a nice uplift over the Christmas break. And of course, that's been marred with uncertainty as well. We did see Melbourne and Sydney and other areas that really did impact on people's decision making on travelling and moving around. So look, we're in for the long haul here. We know tourism is at the front line of a lot of these impacts. What we do want to see is the regional areas, Queenslanders within Queensland travelling when we can, and getting back to some sort of normality, at least within our nation, and travelling around.
Just honing in on the Christmas New Year period, how was it for businesses? I imagine just seeing people coming from all over was such a nice relief, and to feel a little bit of a sense of normality, I suppose.
Yeah, look, I don't think it was a perfect world. We know we still rely on a lot of international travel, particularly in our northern areas, Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast. But we did see an uplift. I don't think it was full no vacancies across the state, but I think there has been really good pockets of positivity coming out over the Christmas break. And that's what we were hoping for, given the really tough times that we saw throughout the middle and back end of last year. So things have turned. Again, this Greater Brisbane lockdown is a response for a short period of time that we hope will give us the certainty to open back up and get back on with things at the beginning of this new year.
I certainly hope this isn't the case, but should this just be the start, perhaps, of a longer lockdown or a broader lockdown, are Queensland businesses, given how much success you've had over the last however many days it's been without COVID in the state, are Queensland businesses in a position to be able to manage that and cope with lockdowns and changes?
Yeah, look, I think one of the positive things out of this, really uncertain time is how Queensland businesses have been at the front line of managing the COVID-safe plans. They've put in place a lot of measures to really ensure that their customers and that people within their businesses are safe. And that's really been a testament to how well we've responded here in Queensland. Queensland businesses are in a great position to continue doing that. They've put a lot of effort in. And even with the 3-day lockdown, we know businesses have been able to quickly activate their processes to move from in-person dining to takeaways for some venues. So I do think that we've come a long way since the beginning of this pandemic, and we have learnt along that way, and Queensland businesses are definitely doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
I tell you what, Amanda, I can't wait to get back to Queensland. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I very much look forward to it. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.